gonna say something?
Hey guys,
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a special guest, none other than...
Brianna, why are you making this weird?
Oh man, play the intro. So basically the reason I even got into YouTube was because I've been trying to get her to do YouTube for like ever, and she hasn't wanted to do it because she's kind of like timid in front of the camera and stuff. So I decided to do my own channel and to try to motivate her to do makeup tutorials because she's really great at them. And if you guys follow her on Instagram, she's always posting stories, and it gets a lot of feedback, and a lot of the people on there have been asking her to get on the channel, and not only to get on my channel but to create her own channel. So this is gonna be her first ever actual video, and then we'll see if she
And I'm nervous.
decides to jump on the channel or not.
I feel like it's more comfortable doing it with you though. But I feel like if he was to film me, I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't be able to be myself, which I think is why I haven't started it yet. I would have to have my own setup and then let you edit it.
But then you wouldn't even let me edit it.
Yeah, I would. I would let you edit it.
Because then it would be like, I would have to go back and change so much every time. You'd have to sit next to me and watch me edit.
Yeah, that's true.
She's...
I know. I've tried to watch him edit, and I can't do that part.
Yeah.
Gives me anxiety.
So we'll see what comes out of this. But today we just wanted to answer a couple questions, and people on Instagram that left comments when we put out the Q&A story. So we got some questions that we wanted to answer, and we'll see how in depth we get with this Q&A. So let's start with the first question.
Val Mama 3, she was one of the ones that asked if we want any more babies.
I'll let you answer that.
So we do. I think we've held off because we're actually always like planning trips, and we always have them kind of set in stone. So we're like, well, I don't want to be pregnant on that trip or this trip or, you know, that kind of thing. But I definitely want at least one more. And I think if it's a boy, I would try one more time for a girl. But 3 is the absolute max.
I always joke around and like say that I don't want any kids, but in reality, I do believe I do want at least one more. But this year is my 30th birthday, and we planned a trip to Antigua. And I really didn't want her to be pregnant during that trip because it really would be pointless. So hopefully after that trip.
Or on the trip.
Or on the trip. But we're definitely practicing.
Not the game. We're talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that?
Okay, next question. Have you or your husband ever had insecurities? If so, how do you guys fix this issue? This is from Vaz MSR. I think maybe in the beginning.
Yeah, a little bit.
But I don't know. I can be a jealous person, I guess, but he's never really given me a reason to be jealous, I guess.
Yeah, same. I mean, I don't know. I don't think. I'm sure there's been times where we've been like, I don't know.
I think it would be
and I don't
more...
want to sound like we're perfect, because that's not the case at all. But like, yeah, I'm never one to have been like insecure, I don't think.
Yeah, so I guess with insecurity, it's not about like other people. Like, he's never made me feel insecure about
like other women. Or...
Other women, yeah. It would just be like my own personal insecurities. Maybe like if I've gained weight, or
maybe when I was competing for the first time and she wasn't. Because my first show that I did, when it came to men's physique and the fitness thing, I actually did the first show. So when I was getting really like in crazy shape, maybe like,
and I had just had a baby.
Yeah, so I was like super like ripped and stuff, and getting in shape. And for her, it was a little harder because she just had the baby. So maybe at that time in our life, there was a little bit of insecurity. But other than that, I mean, we've always pretty much had a open relationship and really have communicated well. So I don't think that has been a major issue in our relationship. Not open like that. Hold
I
on.
was like, wait. Yeah, that pretty much answers it. Okay, a lot of questions about this one. This one specifically, Miranda, Nicole, do you guys have the same parenting style? Do you agree a lot or clash a lot with parenting? Don't say I can answer this one.
No. I can answer this one because I guess in parenting, when it comes to parenting, I'm more of the bad guy. I'm definitely the one who disciplines our son. So yeah, in that aspect, but I don't think it's I guess I'm just more strict on him, where she's a little more lenient, which I understand because he's a boy and the relationship is different from dad to son than it is from mother to son. So I'm definitely just a little more hard on him. So sometimes I could be the bad guy, but it's just like tough love, and he understands it. He's definitely a daddy's boy for sure.
What?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
No, it's not. Oh my gosh, no way.
Did y'all see my last video?
No
Are
way.
You crazy?
No way. Yeah, and only to add to that, I will say we never really talked about how our parenting styles were going to be. So, we had to figure it out. And I think at first we tried the loud voices and yelling, and sometimes, he would get a little pop here and there, but that didn't work. Like, I don't think that worked at all. And we had to learn that. And I know a lot of people think yelling might help, or if you're wondering why it's not working, just try something else. So we all of a sudden,
like when he's acting up or something, I'll make him like look at me in my face when I'm talking to him, like and he knows, like he gets a little scared. Or lately I've been putting him to bed. So
so he
like,
either
hey, you gotta go to bed. Like
he can go to bed, he can go to timeout, or he can apologize and fix his actions. And giving him those three options without yelling at all, no spanking, nothing like that, it's been kind of a game changer. And one of the biggest things as well is he has to apologize.
Yeah.
He has to apologize to whoever.
He's got to go back and apologize to whoever it is he disrespected or. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Even the dog, he has to apologize to Luna.
He likes kicking the dog.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
And shooting her with a Nerf gun.
He does. Oh, okay. So Kate wants to know, Kate Campy, what are your strategies for conflict resolution if you get into an argument?
You want to answer that? Nah, I think when we get into arguments early on in our relationship, it was a problem that we would text out the issue rather than speaking face to face.
Like we would say sorry in a text.
Yeah. So I think we kind of cut that out because it was like you're sorry in a text, but then it's not sincere. You know what I mean? Like when y'all sit down and actually have a conversation, it makes it way different. It's a better reaction. I think actually having a conversation face to face rather than through a text message. So we kind of cut out the I'm gonna go to work mad and then text you in an hour while I'm at work trying to say I'm sorry. I'd rather leave the house and have already said sorry or fix the problem before I leave and go out and start my day. So.
Yeah, and I think in the beginning too we would get into, because we did used to have some pretty intense arguments, and we would literally be in the same house and wouldn't speak for days on end. Like I think one time it was like 3 or 4 days, and that was miserable. And we knew we were both miserable, so we had to fix it. And I think once we really started communicating and just telling each other how we felt, it was easy. And we have our arguments, but I can't even remember the last argument that we had that was really big. Oh, this is also a good one from Kate.
That's not a good one.
Yes, it is. This is a great one. Who is the cleaner one, and who falls asleep first?
God. I'm about to fall asleep right now.
I will say, when it comes to Angel's cleanliness at his barbershops, it is top notch. However, at home, I think it kind of just disappears. It it vanishes.
Why y'all trying to start argument?
But we'll leave it at that. It's me. I'm the cleaner one. He falls asleep first. This is from Lindsay Beck. The 5 love languages. What is your love language, and what is Angel's?
I never read that book.
Yeah, he doesn't really know, but I feel like I can answer. I do. Mine's probably words of affirmation and quality time. I've taken it before, but his is like the gifts one. Like that's how he shows love. But he's very affectionate and stuff, but he kind of gives his affection through gifts. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I'm not really sure what it's about. I never read the book, so.
You
I
haven't?
guess, yeah.
Okay,
No,
so
I
maybe
haven't.
we should. That should be our next. We should do that, and then
Yeah, and then we can go
And
back.
we
and
can
answer
go
that
back
question.
and figure it out.
But I kind of get the gist of what you like. Yeah, I get
Like,
it,
do you
but I
like-
haven't read the book.
yeah, it's easy and it's a quiz, so you need to take that. Okay. From Mel, is your personality defensive or supportive of the female attention Angel receives?
That's a question for you.
Well, she did say, and vice versa. He really doesn't get that much attention. No, I'm just kidding. He does. He definitely does. But I think as we're getting older and people know that we're married, I mean, people tell me all the time how attractive they think he is. But I mean, they don't really do anything, obviously, to like disrespect our relationship. So, I mean, I don't check his DMs. I don't know what's in there. I'm sure it's more, but I'm not worried about it.
Good answer.
I stopped checking his phone.
Yeah. I don't think it really bothers me because I trust my wife. Obviously, I don't know. Supportive. Why would I be supportive? And I'm not like defensive about it, but I'm not gonna support that crap. So stop DMing.
I really don't get that many DMs,
No, I
like
know.
ever.
But
I did get an interesting one today, but that was
yeah, I don't think it bothers me because she's never given me a reason for it to bother me. So, nah, I mean, send us some cash or something.
some cash.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
get you a sugar daddy.
I have a few of those actually in my DMs. I've showed you that before. Nick's, I'm gonna totally butcher this. Or Nick's, Pokony. Question is, what is your best word of advice to a newer couple? I would just say, relationships are hard work and they're not going to be perfect all the time. But if it's something you really want, you're sometimes going to have to compromise, put your own needs aside for the other person. And sometimes you just have to keep going, I guess. But also don't stay in bad relationships. You have to really know the difference. I think we've both done that a few times. Just don't settle, but if you're going to stick to it, then you just have to really communicate. Work together, work as a team.
I would say like, oh, there it is.
Is that the
There
cash?
it is. Appreciate that, bruh.
They're really going to think I have a sugar daddy.
Nah, I would say like if you can't be yourself around somebody, then you definitely shouldn't even be with that person. And if they don't motivate you and push you to strive to new levels and in whatever it is, whether it's your career, being a parent, health, whatever it is, you gotta definitely be with somebody that's gonna push you to that next level in whatever it is that you want in life. Like this right here, like I'm pushing her for this YouTube thing because I know that she could be successful in it. And you want to be with somebody that's gonna definitely push you in the right direction and not hold you back from any goals or dreams that you may have. Because I've definitely been in that situation where I've been kind of held back, maybe because of the jealousy or whatever. But you definitely want to get out of any type of relationship that you're being held back or it's stopping you from striving to be the best version of yourself.
That's a much better answer. Love that. Because I will say, Angel has really pushed me in like all aspects of life, and I've always appreciated that about him.
Thanks, baby. You
You're
never
welcome.
told me that before.
I do tell you that.
Go. Next question.
Okay, let's keep going. I think we'll do this one. CJ Garcia 07. How would you address it when it seems like your spouse is giving up on their own goals?
I think as the husband or the man of the house, I gotta lead by example. So when she starts to kind of fall back on her goals, it's up to me to create some new goals for myself and actually go out and try to achieve them. Because once she sees me achieving goals, she's not gonna sit back and just watch me work. Especially when we live together, we're under the same roof. If I'm busting my ass and doing things to further us and help us get ahead, she's not just going to sit back and watch me do that. So that's going to motivate her to actually work harder. So sometimes it's not about even saying anything. It's just about what you do. As a man, you got to lead, you got to lead by example. So if you're working hard, your wife should follow. I feel like just me as a man, I'm going to lead by example in my house.
Yeah, I would think, I would say Angel's always looking for the next move. Like he's been finding ways to advance himself in his career and other lines of business and always looking for new ways to produce income. And yes, I have a full-time job, but I wasn't really you know, doing everything I could honestly be doing. I don't know if I was just lazy, if I was doubting myself or what, but he has constantly been pushing me to do this makeup YouTube thing. And it's not that I'm like giving up on my goals, it's just that I wasn't even starting them until I see him start to do it, and I'm like, oh, you know, I could do this and I don't need to overthink it. And so
I think that's one of the biggest things that kind of stops people from striving towards their goals is overthinking it.
yeah,
You know,
for sure. Or worried about
Stop
failing.
thinking. Just do it.
Yeah. Okay, so next question. This one is from Tiffany, and I think she knows this, but it is a good question. How did you guys meet? Josh?
Yeah. You want to answer?
Yeah, so we met through a mutual friend. However, I always knew who Angel was. I never met him previously. I don't even think I ever saw you in person. I just knew who he was because he cut a ton of people's hair.
And Jacksonville was super small. Like, everybody kind of knows each other.
Yeah.
In some type of way.
Yeah. I think I started seeing you at Sweet.
Yeah, there's a nightclub here in Jacksonville. Well, it's not here anymore, but it used to be here called Sweet.
And I just saw him one night, and we had a really weird interaction. He like went to go give me a high five, and I had a drink in my hand, so I couldn't give him a high five with my right hand, so I did it with my left. And he moved his hand, so I like swung and missed. And it was so like embarrassing, I guess, but I was just like, whatever. And the next day, I don't know if I wrote on your page. Oh no, the next morning,
Yeah, I found her on Instagram.
he found me on Instagram, and I had a comment like super early in the morning about like, oh, what are you doing up?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Corny.
oh, you know, grinding or hustling or something so stupid. And so, yeah.
And then from there, one of my clients, Josh, who's a really good friend of both of ours, he knew her. I seen that they were friends, so I was like, hey, do you know this girl? And I was cutting his hair, and he was like, yeah, I know her. And I was like, hey, man, bring her to the Jaguar game on Sunday.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, cool, I'll call her. I had totally forgot about it, and I went to the game with my little sister, and I was just out there tailgating and just having a good time, and I totally forgot that I told Josh to bring her. And he calls me. So
Well, he called me and asked me if I was going to the game, and I said yes, obviously. And he's like, oh, let's meet up at the Bud Zone.
Yeah,
and I was like,
so
okay.
he actually made the connection, and then we just, from there.
So then
dating.
I think in the Bud Zone, though, I didn't realize, I was like, oh, Josh is with Angel, okay.
Yeah.
But there was also a little, like, kind of a group of girls with them, so I didn't know the dynamic of how this was going to go.
Yeah.
And then I kind of saw that I wasn't really, I think I almost made the first move because I wasn't getting his attention and I didn't like it. So I think you were even talking to another girl, not like talking, but like you were having a conversation with another girl, and I walked over there and was like, hey, let's buy me a drink or something. And he ended up buying me like 20 drinks that day, and
It was fun.
we never spent a day apart after that, really.
Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode on the channel. If you guys liked it, please comment, subscribe.
I think you should like it if you want me to start a YouTube channel.
Oh, I like that.
Give me some
So
motivation.
if you guys think that she should start a YouTube channel, hit the like button.
Oh gosh, it's gonna be really sad if no one likes it.
100 likes is gonna get her to start her.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
100 likes and she's starting a YouTube channel. But for now, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you got something from it. If you're in a relationship, I hope this helped.
Yeah, this was like a relationship Q&A.
I don't know, she should turn my channel into something totally different. Nah, but for real, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. Hopefully we can keep this YouTube thing going, and hopefully we can bring you guys more shows or episodes that you guys want to see. And if you have any suggestions for us, please leave it in the comments. And like I said, 100 likes and I'm starting her channel.
Let's do it. Bye, guys.
Peace.